Today's AI landscape shifted dramatically overnight. OpenAI just broke open the AI vault with a surprise open source release, while job cuts are accelerating across tech and big tech's massive AI bets are finally paying off. Plus, the federal government just opened its doors to major AI platforms, and Trump's new AI action plan is completely reshaping the regulatory landscape. Let's dive into what this means for your business and your future. Let's start with the biggest story. OpenAI just pulled a complete 180 on their traditionally closed approach by releasing two powerful open-weight AI reasoning models called GPT-OSS 120B and GPT-OSS 20B. This isn't just another model release, this is a fundamental shift that could reshape the entire AI industry. These models are achieving an incredible 1.5 million tokens per second on NVIDIA's latest hardware, and they're available as NVIDIA NIM microservices, which means you can deploy them on any GPU infrastructure with enterprise-grade security and data privacy. For the first time, small and medium businesses can access the same state-of-the-art AI that was previously locked behind expensive APIs. Here's what this means for businesses right now. If you've been paying thousands of dollars monthly for OpenAI's API access, you might be able to cut those costs to zero while actually improving your data privacy. Your sensitive business data stays on your infrastructure instead of being sent to external servers. For developers, this is like Christmas morning. You now have free access to cutting-edge AI models that were previously cost-prohibitive for experimentation and small-scale projects. But the bigger picture is even more significant. This move could completely disrupt the AI as a service market. When advanced AI becomes freely available, it levels the playing field between startups and tech giants. Jensen Huang from NVIDIA called it a way to strengthen U.S. technology leadership in AI, and he's not wrong. This democratization of AI technology could accelerate innovation across every industry. The bottom line? OpenAI's open-source pivot is democratizing advanced AI and potentially reshaping the entire competitive landscape. If you're a business owner, now is the time to evaluate how these open-weight models could reduce your AI operational costs and increase your competitive advantage. Now for the sobering reality check. While AI is creating opportunities, it's also displacing workers faster than many predicted. Goldman Sachs economist Joseph Briggs is reporting that AI's impact is already showing up in employment data, and young tech workers are getting hit first and hardest. Here are the numbers that should grab your attention. Unemployment among tech workers between 20 and 30 years old has jumped by 3 percentage points since the start of this year. That's a massive increase that's much larger than what we're seeing in the tech sector broadly or among other young workers. The tech sector, which has been growing consistently for 20 years, is now experiencing a hiring pullback. And this isn't theoretical anymore. Companies like Alphabet and Microsoft are reporting that AI is producing roughly 30% of the code on some projects. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff said in June that AI handles as much as 50% of the work at his company. These aren't future projections. This is happening right now. For individuals, especially young professionals, this is a wake-up call. The jobs that are easiest to automate are disappearing first, and those tend to be entry-level and junior positions. If you're in tech or any field where routine tasks can be automated, you need to focus on developing AI complementary skills rather than AI replaceable tasks. For business owners, this presents both an opportunity and a responsibility. Yes, AI can significantly reduce your labor costs and increase efficiency, but you also need to plan workforce transition strategies that balance automation benefits with human talent retention. The companies that handle this transition thoughtfully will have a competitive advantage in both cost structure and employee loyalty. Goldman Sachs projects that, in a baseline scenario, roughly 6 to 7% of all workers could lose their jobs to AI automation over the next decade. If AI development accelerates, or if we achieve artificial general intelligence, that number could be much higher. The bottom line? AI is already displacing young tech workers, and this is just the beginning of a broader labor market transformation that could affect millions of jobs. The time to prepare is now, not later. Here's some validation for all that AI spending we've been hearing about. Big tech's massive AI investments are finally showing clear returns, and Wall Street is taking notice. After months of questions about whether companies were overshooting their AI spending, Google, Microsoft, and Meta just delivered results that exceeded even the most optimistic expectations. Google kicked things off with $96 billion in revenue and $28 billion in net income last quarter. But here's the kicker. They're so confident in their AI strategy that they increased their AI investment by an additional $10 billion, bringing their total planned spending to $85 billion this year. Microsoft didn't disappoint either, reporting $76 billion in revenue and $27 billion in net income. Their cloud platform Azure grew 39% year over year, and they're planning another $30 billion in capital spending next quarter. The market loved it so much that Microsoft's stock briefly pushed the company's valuation above $4 trillion, making it only the second company ever to cross that threshold after Nvidia. Meta showed its strength with a 36% year-over-year increase in net income and a 22% jump in revenue. They're planning to spend between $66 and $72 billion on AI infrastructure in 2025, followed by another year of significant spending in 2026. Here's a number that should grab every business owner's attention. AI investment added $152 billion to GDP in the first half of 2025, compared to just $77 billion from consumer spending. AI isn't just changing how businesses operate, it's becoming a major driver of economic growth. For businesses, this validates the AI investment thesis. The companies that are spending big on AI infrastructure are seeing real returns, not just in efficiency, but in revenue growth and market valuation. If you've been hesitant about AI investments, these results suggest that the risk might be in not investing rather than investing. The bottom line? Big tech's massive AI spending is delivering results, validating the investment thesis and creating competitive pressure for every other business to accelerate their AI adoption. The federal government just opened its doors to AI in a big way. The General Services Administration has approved OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, and Anthropic's Claude for federal use. This isn't just a bureaucratic checkbox. This represents a massive market opportunity and a validation of AI technology for broader enterprise adoption. This approval is part of the Trump administration's AI blueprint that aims to boost AI use by federal agencies while maintaining U.S. technological leadership over China. Federal agencies can now explore a wide range of AI solutions, from simple research assistants to highly tailored, mission-specific applications. The government is focusing on AI models that prioritize truthfulness, accuracy, transparency, and freedom from ideological bias. This represents a significant departure from the previous administration's more restrictive approach that limited global access to AI technology. For the approved AI companies, this opens up a massive revenue opportunity. Federal contracts are typically large, long-term, and stable. For other AI companies, this creates a template for what government and potentially enterprise customers will expect: transparency, accuracy, and ideological neutrality. For businesses, this federal approval serves as a strong validation signal. If these AI platforms are good enough for federal agencies handling sensitive information, they're likely suitable for most enterprise applications. This could accelerate enterprise AI adoption across industries. The bottom line? Federal approval of major AI platforms opens a massive government market and validates AI technology for broader enterprise adoption. This is a clear signal that AI has moved from experimental to mission-critical. Finally, let's talk about how Trump's AI action plan is reshaping the regulatory landscape. This comprehensive federal strategy emphasizes deregulation and reduced regulatory barriers, which could significantly accelerate AI development and deployment. The most controversial element is the Preventing Woke AI Executive Order, which requires federal AI systems to be truth-seeking and ideologically neutral. This creates new compliance requirements for any company wanting to sell AI services to the federal government, but the broader deregulation push could be more significant for businesses. The Office of Science and Technology Policy is actively soliciting input to identify federal regulations that hinder AI development. The administration is also reviewing FTC investigations from the previous administration for potential rollback. Here's something that could affect your business directly. Federal funding may be tied to a state's AI regulatory climate. If your state has restrictive AI laws, you might find it harder to access federal funding and support for AI initiatives. The plan also strongly supports open source and open weight AI models, viewing them as essential for fostering a competitive AI ecosystem. This aligns perfectly with OpenAI's open source announcement we discussed earlier. For businesses, this represents both opportunities and challenges. Reduced regulatory burdens could accelerate your AI development and deployment. But if you're pursuing federal contracts, you'll need to ensure your AI systems meet the new, unbiased AI principles. The bottom line? Trump's AI action plan represents a major deregulatory shift that could accelerate AI innovation while creating new compliance challenges for businesses seeking federal contracts. From OpenAI's open source breakthrough to accelerating job displacement, today's developments show that AI's transformation is happening faster than many expected. While big tech's investments validate the AI revolution, the human cost is becoming clear, especially for young workers. Meanwhile, government policy is reshaping the landscape with both opportunities and new compliance challenges. The AI race isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. And the winners and losers are becoming clearer every day. The question isn't whether AI will transform your industry, it's whether you'll be leading that transformation or scrambling to catch up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with more AI developments that matter to your business and your future.